Welcome to Chats with Alex. Today we have the pleasure of Will Stenner joining us. He is a musician, first and foremost, radio host with a lot of experience in the music business. So he has a lot of good information to share with all of us independent musicians, and I think we're going to get a lot out of this discussion. So Will Stenner from America will be with us here today, and I really look forward to hear all his thoughts about everything he has to share with us. Hey Will, welcome to Chats with Alex. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm going well, thank you. Would you be able to share with me a few words about how you got started in music and your musical journey thus far?
I've been doing music since the 80s. I'm just like a I'm a rebel in music, like the 80s punk rock scene. I'll tell you what, one of my best memorable experiences was when it was in downtown Whittier, and the band called Black Flag was coming to play, and we broke down a skateboard and turned it into a skateboard ramp, and we turned it into a stage for a backyard party. And I was a young kid, 14 years old. I practiced one time and played in a band called Side Effects, and we opened up for Black Flag, world famous band now. And back in the day, back then, that was the very first time I got to play for a band when I only had like 3 or 4 months experience playing an instrument. But we broke down a stage. We played for Black Flag, and they opened up, and it was in downtown Whittier. And that is that was when I was like, I want to do music as a career. But music always was like in the back of my head for a career, but I had to do other things because of later on family values and things like that came up, and I could not be that rebellious person because I had to be a family person later on down the road.
Nice. And now looking back on your like music experience with the band, um, what does your family think about your journey and like how you were in bands and music? And does anyone else in your family play music as well?
No.
Okay.
Uh, and my current wife, because I am now divorced from before that. My current wife is highly respectful of what I do. She likes what I do. I'll sing to her sometimes and put together some things, and she says, I can't believe you used to do this stuff. I can't believe you used to do this stuff. And that's cool to me, you know? It's like, but it's what I did. It's what I know, you know?
How many bands were you in?
I was in Side Effects, which was the band that opened up for Black Flag for 3 months.
Yeah.
And then later on down the road, I was in a band called Ritual, a band called Coronation, a band called The World Black. We were signed at one time. Um, but the band Ritual I was in was managed by the late Roger Martinez from Vengeance Rising, and he he recently passed away, and
Sorry to hear that.
yeah, Yeah, a lot of us were sad, but Roger was a force to be reckoned with. But yeah, I mean, those are the bands I was with. And then I did my own project called William Stenner, Willie Stenner. I did those. They're on Spotify. And with those, with my solo project, I was able to record with um, really, really good, I would say, uh, popular session players like Bob Malone, Marty Rifkin, Randy Crenshaw, Andy Hill, Teresa, a lot of people who are session players who play on multi-platinum albums. And I got to be in the studio with that phenomenal talent.
That's nice. And how did that influence your own music, getting to work with them?
They did not influence me. It was what I brought to the table. It was what I brought and what they could do.
Yeah,
So the influence was not like what they did for me. The influence was what I said I wanted done, and they delivered. And the influence was that these people delivered. Like Randy Crenshaw. Randy Crenshaw is he's on so many like programs like Two and a Half Men. If you ever heard man,
yeah.
you man,
With Charlie Sheen.
that's
Yeah.
yeah, that's Randy. Man. So he was the main voice of that. Bob Malone, um, he played a lot of keyboard on my songs, and he goes on tour with John Fogerty. So he's John Fogerty's
Oh,
keyboard player.
is that the
So,
guy from that does Lean on Me?
what's that?
He does a cover of Lean on Me, I think. I've heard it.
Um,
Long
One more
haired rocker
time.
guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So he goes on tour with John Fogerty, and the old man is down the road. That's John Fogerty. Teresa did she was she was Brooke Baccarat's backup singer. So she did a lot of backups for Brooke Baccarat, who is a phenomenal American singer. And she did a song for me. And I Andy Hill, it's like you really can't pinpoint him to specific albums because he's a studio musician and he keeps it like that. It's like he keeps it like that. So I I really got to do so much with these phenomenal studio musicians, especially Marty. Marty is phenomenal. You
When
know,
it came
he's
to
the one.
working with them, did you choose who you wanted to work with, or did they approach
What's
you?
that?
Did you choose who you wanted to work with, or did they approach you?
No, I ran into Marty because of a coworker that I worked with at a Honda facility was his like brother-in-law type of deal. So it was like a connection. Like, hey, I know you write music. My brother-in-law is Marty. Do you want to meet him? And that's how that happened. And then I met Marty, and Marty is he is phenomenal. Such a phenomenal artist. He he plays on so many artists like Jewel, um, Bruce Springsteen, all kinds of different art. like fastball back in the day. Marty is like a platinum selling artist on so many levels. And I got to work with him and be in the studio with him, and he helped me structure a lot of my songs back in the day, um in the early 2000s. So um and I have a song called Your Eyes under my name, and when I would go and play up and down Pacific Coast Highway in California, the PCH, my shows were they would sell out, and my room would fill up, and I did really well when I did that, when I was up and down that coast. And man, I cannot fathom the it's like a dream come true. That's what I went through. I went through a dream come true, not money wise, but people singing your music back to you when people know your lyrics, and you go and you're playing a coffee shop and they're singing your song back to you because they heard it and they know it. That was my dream come true.
Will, thanks for joining me today on Chats with Alex. I really appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome.